Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Crusader Kings 2 Fall of the Western Roman Empire Let's Play, where in the last episode, true to the name of this playthrough, the Western Roman Empire did fall, and so now we have what is essentially like a Germanic kingdom of Italy in its place. Because we were not the real Julius Nepos, we didn't receive the title of Western Roman Empire. If you were playing as the real Julius Nepos, what would have happened is that this little piece here, the kingdom of Dalmatia or Dalmatia, however you prefer to say it, becomes the Western Roman Empire, all 5 of your little provinces, and you become the Western Roman Emperor. I mean, obviously, it's not quite the same as having an actual empire, but you are given that title. Because we are not him, we are a created character, sort of in his likeness. We did not get that. However, we did find out that we have a strong claim on the Western Roman Empire, so that will allow us to at least achieve something similar. We're not starting completely from scratch, essentially. So at least there's that. But we do have more work ahead of us than if we had been the actual Julius Nepos. So that's unfortunate, but hey, maybe it'll make things more interesting. Before we get started, I also wanted to mention, please keep the names coming. I forgot to mention last episode, but we did have a couple of characters come join our court that were just randomly generated characters. One of them was a eunuch from, I don't even remember where. And then we had just a couple of like random Roman characters and a Jewish character fleeing something. I don't remember what. So, obviously I have plenty of Roman names already, but those names are a bit more hard to come by, I guess. I didn't really get any names that fit either of those characters, so please keep the names coming, and I'll try to implement them as we go, maybe every couple of episodes or something. But Aram is going to need a name. Paulus, I'll just pull something from the comments that we've seen already, and then whatever this guy's name is going to need to be replaced by something I can pronounce. Alright, so let's get moving. Now, in the last episode, we also managed to pull ourselves into one of the worst alliances we probably could have ever managed. I was hoping that by allying with these guys, we'd be able to use them to attack the Ostrogoths from the... What the hell just happened? Why is this here? There's a peasant revolt, and they could very well come attack us. So, it looks like the ally I was just talking about has managed to draw himself into another war. He's already lost 3 in the span of 1 episode. Let's see if he can break that record today. 0 prestige if we decline. It will break the alliance, which obviously would be a blessing at this point, but we become an alliance breaker. And I am concerned about that because that would cause people, I believe, to dislike me a little bit. Because that's essentially how everything works in this game. You either get pluses to relations or minus to relations. In this case, I believe Alliance Breaker is a trait that gives you minus relations, and it may make it harder for us to forge alliances in the future. And that's kind of scary because we're very, very reliant on an alliance to continue moving through here. So I'm going to have to accept and just hope that his enemies don't come south to attack me. Maybe he'll get conquered outright entirely, and it'll just solve itself. I really hope. Oh, this is the revolt that we started. So obviously, I'm not going to get involved here. Now, if they come attack us, because technically these guys are hostile to everybody, I don't think it's going to matter though. Those guys look like they're going to kill him. Yeah, I thought so. But I'm pretty sure that was kind of our meddling that caused that, because we've constantly been trying to stir up trouble here. Now, I think I'm going to actually send him on a different mission. I need you to improve diplomatic relations with the Byzantines. Because, boy, do we need help. I may actually look at trying to befriend these guys as well, because they are currently occupying territory that I don't really want to take for myself. Maybe this little bit here on the west bank of the Danube, but on everything east of that I don't want. So they could be a potential ally for us as well. And again, they do share a border with our primary target, or at least our initial target. So that might be worthwhile. What can we do with you, by the way? Let's see. No children, and you're getting up there in years, so you may not be able to have children fairly soon. You do have a brother and a sister, though, and it looks like your brother is your heir. Your brother is older than you are. Fall of Deva Victrix. The hordes of Germanic invaders have finally breached the mighty fortress of Deva Victrix. This town, built by the Legio to Audiotrix, or the Second Legion, was much larger than any other Roman city in Britannia. Originally intended to be the center of the invasion of Ireland, this fortress then was planned to be the capital of Britannia. With the removal of the legions, the Britons continued to uphold this ancient city. Now the invaders are referring to this land as Chester, something like that. The Old English gets me every time. And, I mean, that's probably like Lancaster or something, really easy to pronounce in modern English, but in Old English, it's a bunch of vowels, and I don't know how to fit them together. Or City of the Legions. It seems that the fall of the Britons is inevitable. A black day. I'm surprised I don't lose piety for this. They like just hitting me with negative 50s for things that aren't really in my control. But apparently that was not a piety slap. I'm starting to think that Justinia might fancy me. No. Let's take the piety. We need it. We don't need any illegitimate children either. Okay, so luckily none of these guys are hostile. I mean, they're hostile to me, but none of this is. Please stay up there. Feel free to conquer my ally and just wipe him out. That would be great. I was also noticing, and we're actually accumulating quite a bit of funds, so I should start spending them. I'm going to start with a barracks, and then I'm probably going to go for the militia training ground. But anyways, I was noticing that this would actually be a more suitable capital, because this only has 3 building slots, whereas this has 4. All the others only have 3, so this is technically like the most populous, or potentially the most populous province in our little territory here. But I don't believe that I can make it my capital. During peacetime, yeah, while I'm at war. So I could do that eventually, but I don't know that I really stand to gain much from moving. Plus, I've already just started investing here, so there is that. But once the barracks is done, we'll start on the militia training ground. Between the 45 here and the 90 there, that will obviously help bolster our forces a little bit. How many men can we muster right now? Okay, so about 1,600 or so. That's not a lot. These guys can do twice that, more than twice that. What about the Byzantines? What can they muster? Obviously, it's going to be incredible compared to us. 13. I mean, that's good. I've seen better. I mean, granted, they did lose a ton of territory. Or at least some of it is in active rebellion. My liege, my mission to Saria has so far been a success. During my visit to the court of Basilius Zenon of the Eastern Roman Empire, I seem to have managed to make him understand what a benevolent and peaceful ruler you really are, and he sends his regards. Perfect. He's going to like me a little bit more now. 29, great. Can I do anything with that? No. No, I cannot. Can we arrange a betrothal? Let's see, you have a 1-year-old daughter and 25-year-old son. Probably not going to arrange a betrothal between her and like a 50-year-old. There's a bunch of 10-year-old kids. I don't think they'd be willing to accept that. It would have to be matrilineal. But yeah, I don't know why they would. My wife is pregnant, but I was away, wasn't I? Were you? I don't think you were. Doubt besets me. So dramatic. I don't think you were, dude. You haven't left the capital for any reason that I'm aware of. Well, hopefully she's not having somebody else's children. I've thought it over and I cannot be the father of my wife's baby. As it grows in her belly, I have trouble sleeping. I must put this matter to rest, not to west. This could backfire. But it could backfire if we don't. 5 gold, we can afford that. And how is our barracks coming along? Not too bad. I wish we could queue things up. That would be really useful, because I often forget to check this. Let's see. Plus 5% levy size. Until we have a significant number, that's not going to help us, because 5% of virtually nothing is virtually nothing. The maid I hired to gain my wife's confidence has not found anything at all suspicious about her pregnancy. Hire more spies. That's a relief. Hopefully she is trustworthy as well, but I don't know. I think it's stupid. I think the game's just trying to mess with me. Because, again, we weren't away. Like, he hasn't gone anywhere. The old wound is finally healed, leaving a pretty grotesque scar behind. That's actually a good thing. So, the wound is gone, which means our little gamble there was successful. And in its place, we got the Scarred trait, which is actually a very good trait because it boosts our monthly prestige gain. So, yeah, as long as your character doesn't die from that wound, it actually ends up working in your favor twofold. Great, and I believe that boosts your martial skill too? Yeah, he's up to 9 because we were taking a -1 from the wound. And our prestige is finally going to recover. Let's see. Did we just give up on that? We decided that centralization wasn't going to happen? Let's try it again. I'm going to have to push that through. I might have to throw some bribes out, though. Come on, you guys like me. What's going on here? To the most illustrious Vicar Julius, the good burghers of Barado are barely able to pay their taxes. Our coffers are empty. I humbly ask that you lower the taxes for your cities. Let's flatter and soothe him with our high diplomacy. I'm not about to throw 50 gold at him, but I can't afford to lower our taxes either. Okay, so why are you guys opposing this? What would I have to give you? 15, huh? Let's see. Diocletian had a daughter. And our barracks is done. Perfect. Let's go ahead and start the training grounds. Okay, well, we're up to 5 out of 6. Am I going to have to throw out more bribes? Probably. Octavius, what do I have to pay you? 28. Oh, man. Alright, well, we're going to bribe the cheap people. In your dream, you see a tall figure with a golden mask approach, coming closer and closer and closer. And then you are suddenly awakened by your servant. Wake up! We're here. Are you okay? Wake up, stand up. There you go. You were dreaming. We have a new heir. If your character dies, you will now play as Julius Nepos. I don't want to name him the same name as me. Let me alt-tab out real quick, and I'm going to look through the names that have been suggested, because obviously this is going to be really confusing if we have 2 Julius Neposes. Not that that's unheard of. You know, sons are named after their fathers all the time, but for the sake of my sanity, let's not do that. Alright, so looking at the names, I didn't really find anything that fit. There was a few names, but most of the Roman ones I thought I had submitted actually are tied to characters to be added. So in terms of names for the actual children, there was only a handful, and none of them were Roman. We had like a Greek name, a Gothic name, one of them that was very modern, and one that I'm not sure where it originates from. So I guess it is going to be Julius, and again, please keep the names coming, and if we have more children, I'll try to name them based on your suggestions, but so far, I guess it's just going to be Julius. So, that's going to be a little bit confusing, but we'll just have to live with it. Who else do I need to bribe? Do I need to bribe anybody else? Jovian, how much gold do I have to throw your way to make this happen? I'm going to pause just to spare myself the constant pop-ups. 20... Man, why are these guys so expensive? What happened to the people I could just throw a little handful of gold at? 21.1 is not bad compared to everything else we've seen. I've already bribed you. Titus... let's check. Wow, okay. Not making this easy. 21.4. The problem is, like, none of these people are really of any significance other than, like, they're prefects and stuff, but that doesn't mean anything. They're basically like a mayor. And I'm a king, so... I mean, you're not a terrible character. There you go. He's actually pretty high in terms of learning skill. So if anything happens to the main guy, he might, you know, end up in a fairly high position. Let's see if that gets us where we need to be. One of your courtiers has lately refused to eat anything with cabbage. When questioned why, you were told, "Cabbage? Oh dear. You know it's peasants' food. It's like water to them. Why would a person of high status such as myself consume such a lowly, filthy plant?" I'm with you. Cabbages. Ugh. Why would anybody eat that? What an extreme attitude. So, what are our options here? 70% chance, no effect. Same here. So, there's a 30% chance of one thing or the other. Either we have a chance to become proud, or we have a chance to become humble. And then we either get +5 to Justinia's opinion, or -5. Where does Justinia come into this exactly? I believe... Are you referring to my... That's Juliana. I don't know who Justinia is. She's not being shown here. Again, the game making no sense with what it's presenting me. Proud. Proud's not bad. It is technically considered a sinful trait in this game, but it is kind of good. It boosts your prestige gain, but it does come with some relationship conflicts depending on other people's traits. Humble boosts our piety and has kind of the same effect. I prefer proud. I'm gonna roll the dice for that one, and then whoever Justinia is will like us a little bit more. And apparently we did not get the trait, so basically we just got +5 relation with somebody. Good, we got our law approved, and it only took, what, 2 bribes? At least it finally went through. Alright, so we can push for crown authority now. I'm gonna do it. May as well just go for it now. There's really no reason not to. And apparently they put it through right away. Great. What do we need to make this happen? We have everything except for maybe the legalism. We'll have to look at our tech levels. I'm willing to bet we probably don't have it yet. And we cannot change another crown law until 12th of February, 531. So in 50 years. Basically not in his lifetime. Unless he sets the record for oldest king I've ever had, which is pretty high. I think it's well into the 70s. I'm pretty sure it's in the Elder Kings playthrough, but I might be wrong. Now I'm doubting it, and I'm thinking it might be the Game of Thrones playthrough. Oh, you bastard. I hate you so much. I don't want to be an alliance breaker, but you're making this so hard. I feel like they could have done this in like one war. Like, did they really need to take it province by province? Because it's just annoying me now. Let's see. Anything happening down here? Oh, Justin had a daughter. Great. Great for you, pal. We finally have an heir, at least. No skills so far, but you are 0 years old, so I guess I can give you a break. You don't seem like a very good emperor. Like, I feel like the Eastern Empire is kind of collapsing under his rule. Yeah, look at that. They've lost all of their territory in the Middle East and Africa. Wow. Well, damn. You're in kind of a tough spot, aren't you? Looks like you're maybe losing some territory as well. Everybody's at war right now. Ugh. That reminds me, you really hate me, don't you? That is a large gift. I'm reluctant to do that. But I don't want him to get pissed off at me. Oh good, our training grounds is done. What was this about? He wants to kill... No, you can't kill my spy master. Sorry. Gracchus seeks to kill Julian. Let's just try to put an end to that. I'd rather that not happen, if I could help it. Perfect. That reminds me though, I wanted to check something, because we have people from legions, like, actively in our kingdom. Okay, he had a son named Gnaeus, something like that. Anyway, I wanted to check and see... Okay, so I don't have to... I do have to pay them, but not nearly as much. And they have a pretty decent fighting force. Okay, that really changes things. I should have checked this sooner. So... we do have to pay for it, but not nearly as much as we would if they were true mercenaries. It would be something in the 300 gold range. So this is like my own private legion. That is so great. You have a little under, basically 3,800. I have basically, I mean, if we were able to max this out, we could muster about 2,000 plus another almost 35. So we could put together 5,500 troops at absolute maximum. And then we could always go in for more mercenaries too. But that definitely changes things. I don't know if I want to be the aggressor. I mean, I need to be the aggressor if I want to take the territory. But I'm a bit reluctant to be too aggressive and kind of draw the ire of other factions right now. I like being under the radar for the time being. So if I declared war on you, under the guise of the reconquest of Dalmatia, that would give me what? As the ruler of the legitimate successor state to the Roman Empire, you can reconquer the provinces that were lost to barbarians by prior emperors and go down in history as the one who restored the light of civilization to them. So, if we win, we gain 100 prestige, he loses 100 prestige, and we take or vassalize all titles belonging to him. All titles belonging to him. So that is everything. I believe what would happen is these would become mine. Maybe not that one. And then everything that well, these are all held by him, or at least a lot of them are. But we would get all of his titles, so that includes this potentially. I mean, he's got 2 duchies, and then a bunch of counties. Those should all be mine. I don't know if this would become mine. It says all titles, so I feel like it should be safe to assume that it is literally all titles, but I get the feeling it's not all titles. I get the feeling it's some titles. But hey, fortune favors the bold, right? Let's just do this damn thing. Why not? So I'm going to declare war. Reconquest of Dalmatia. And, I mean, I don't really want these guys to join, to be honest. Wait a second. Why do I need... What in the hell? Why do I need personal wealth and prestige greater than 500? What is that even? Either I can field the armies or I can't. What kind of requirement is that? Or I could take like one of these little things at a time, and it would let me do that. But let's see. When we declare war, we lose 500 prestige and 500 gold. Why would we lose prestige from reconquest of Dalmatia? They make it sound like, oh, we're reclaiming parts of the lost empire and bringing the light of civilization to them. But oh, you lose 500 prestige, and for whatever reason your gold just vanishes. Well, crap. We have to wait this out then. I was gonna do it right now, but obviously we need to accumulate that stuff. What can I do here? I don't want to spend too much money, but current levy is about 800. 10% of 800 would be 80, so 5% would be 40 men. That's not a lot. 2.5 isn't a whole lot either. Let's skip that, and what can I do here? I could build a barracks there or another militia training ground. I feel like getting the heavier troops is probably more worthwhile. Ooh, but that would give me income. Do we have a castle town here already? I'm willing to bet that we probably do. Yeah. So that would boost my income. I think that's probably the smarter play. I'll make a little investment here. And the reason I'm doing that, even though we need money to make this happen, is because the prestige is going to take longer to get there than the money will. So if I can spend a little bit of money now, they'll, you know, eventually kind of even out and get there. But maybe there's stuff we can do to accumulate more prestige faster. And then, if absolutely necessary, we can just take out a loan. That is an option as well. I believe it is 300 that we can take. Yeah, 300. So that's an option if we're desperate to make this happen right away. But again, prestige is going to take longer at this rate. So that is that. How did we end up getting our domain size up to 6? Oh, because our stewardship increased. Did it? I feel like it might have always been 13. Maybe it was 12 or something. Albinus arrived at my court. Alright, well, we'll rename him too. Another Roman here. Do we have anybody to marry you to? I don't mean to keep doing it that way. One thing I really hate is when you arrange marriage this way, the options are different than if you do it this way. See, completely different people. There's only one option. Justinia. So this is who that thing was referencing. Well, if we make this matrilineal, we can make that work. And are you good at anything at all? You could be a commander for us, so I guess that's fine. I'll arrange the marriage, and they can start having some children and expanding my court. Did he just get his own? What's even the point of that? Because all the children are going to be of her dynasty anyways. Anyway. When are they going to get married? Oh, probably when I unpause it. Okay. So there's that. Let's go into our minor titles and replace one of the bad commanders. Like, you should never be in charge of an army. We'll put you in there. We have an 11. You're at 12. But you're also my spy master. Do I have a better... I have to have a better spy master than 12. Yeah. Oh, it's Justin. That's right. Alright, fair enough. I will let you keep that post then. For now, anyways. I could make Eli... Why can I not pronounce his name? It's not that hard. Aelius Orestes. I could make him our spy master. He's just as good. And I was looking for ways to incorporate him. Alright, so I've gone ahead and I've moved my Chancellor, or whatever he's called in this, the Magister Officiorum. I've moved him over here to Gepidia, where the Gepids are. And we're going to try to butter up these guys in the hopes of maybe... What happened? Uh-oh. Did you die? You died. Severe stress. Wow. Okay. I feel bad, but that's... Jeez. I guess he just wasn't up to the job, but, I mean, damn, take a break before you literally drop dead. I guess I should have, when I saw this, maybe I should have pulled him from that post, but he would have hated me for it, so it's not a lot I can do about it. I guess I will give Alias Orestes the job, as I had just discussed. And for now, I just want you scheming in the capital. That is fine. Let's see, everybody else has a job. You're getting me taxes. You're improving relations in Rome. And you are trying to make friends of the Gepids. We really need marriages. That's the only way we're going to make this happen. Unfortunately, we wasted the marriage with our sister on, like, the worst possible option. I wonder if it would have even been possible. I don't think there's any way we could have married her off over here. The Alemannian conquest of whatever the hell this is has ended, and we lost. Of course we did. Do you have any land left? Not really. Jeez. Oh man, you're getting wrecked. The Italians are getting wrecked as well. They have lost a lot of ground to... What faction are you? The Thuringians? Okay. Well, as long as they leave us alone, right? And I can probably afford another upgrade because, again, the prestige is not quite moving that quick. So, do I want a barracks? Yes. I want a barracks. Make it so. And maybe I should save up for one of these. They are quite expensive, though. I think I'll build a castle here and then another city. So we'll have 2 cities, 1 temple and 1 castle. And in the other locations, we'll just do 1 of each. Because I don't know if the game will even allow me to build a duplicate until we have 1 of each. But I'll just do 1 of each anyways, because that makes the most sense, and that gives me the most troops by building castles here. Well, actually, no, because they'll belong to somebody else. We'll have to give those minor titles away. The equivalent of baronies. Why do I feel like we should have more options here? Can I maneuver, like, my patriarch, for example, into the main position? I know in the vanilla game you can. You can make your bishops into archbishops that become popes. Are you really at war again, dude? I'm just going to ride it out. I'm going to let him get conquered, and I won't be an alliance breaker. He'll just be dead and gone. Not gonna cave in and become an alliance breaker, because that's just going to ruin all of our plans moving forward. Any societies that we could join? No. I feel like we did this. We increased it by 2. Why did we not... Screw it. Pick a new ambition. Oh, okay. Yeah. Increase domain. Go traveling. Not about to do that just yet. Gain a virtue. It'd be nice, but I can't really rely on that. Although I do get the impression that when you choose an ambition, they kind of become more likely to happen. At least it feels that way. Have 5 children. I don't know about that. Reign for 20 years. That's a long way off. 500 piety. Yeah, right. Let's try to gain a virtue. We'll see if anything comes of that. Probably not, but again, I do get the impression that when you choose an ambition, it does sort of make that more likely to take place. For example, whenever you have an ambition to have like a son or a daughter, it seems to happen, maybe not immediately, but eventually, if you have an ambition to like have a daughter, if the conditions are right, like, you know, your guy's not too old to have children or whatever, It seems like it often does happen. And so maybe by doing this we'll get a virtue. Hopefully it's not one of the sucky ones. And I need to find a way to accumulate some prestige, damn it. You know what? Which one was that? I'd rather have this first. So... is it going to show me? There we go. If we win this, we gain 100 prestige. So in theory, I could take all of these individually. They don't cost me any prestige, unless I lose. But if I took them individually, I would gain prestige each time. But then we have to deal with the peace treaties, and the peace treaties are going to take forever. It's probably faster to just wait. I don't know. I do not know at this point. I'm at a loss for how to go about this. Some of the things in this mod don't make any sense. Like, I get they're trying to kind of make you pay to use this, so you can't just, take advantage of it, but why couldn't you? Like, I don't get why that needs to be an arm and a leg payment just to use a claim that's rightfully ours. And again, based on the description, it doesn't even make sense, because we're supposed to be doing something that's prestigious, but we're losing prestige doing it. Just like somebody in northern Germania writes something vaguely religious and we lose 50 piety. Okay. To the rapacious unbeliever Julius, may wisdom ever elude you. This is a formal declaration of war. Oh, so he came at us. Well then. I could call in my ally that has no troops, and he might join. I'm going to do it, and hope that he refuses and lets me out of this alliance. Oh, okay. I guess we're just getting right to it then. I didn't know the game was unpaused. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Call up what we can from these areas. And then I'll call up you as well. You guys are going to go attack that small force there. Just avoid the big forces. You guys, hold on. Mountains, okay. Plains. We're going to want to marshal our forces here. That'll be the best place to defend. I'm also going to call up the Legion, because I don't think they can counter that. Now, everybody needs to meet here. Actually, don't do that. Meet here, since we do have superior numbers now. And I'm going to play this at 1 times speed. Okay. My liege, I've tried to make whatever the Magnificent realize what a benevolent and peaceful ruler you are, but sinister forces at his court have been hard at work to discredit my every move. Blah, blah, blah. He failed. Okay. I need you down to 1 times speed. Please intercept that group. And then you guys need to really hustle so that we can go attack them. But this should be a pretty easy victory. I just want to disband these troops as soon as I possibly can. Oh, he's going to honor it. God damn it. Oh, he called my bluff. Right. I want to disband them as soon as possible, because this is costing me a small fortune. Although we're actually not doing too bad at all, because we were making a ton of money before. Maybe I'll need to go back to two times speed, because this is painfully slow. Oh, where did that extra 1,200 troops come from? That's not fair or fun. So those guys are going to die. You can merge together. Hopefully this Legion shows up sooner rather than later. Do they actually look like a Legion? Not really, no. Unsuccessful raid. Okay, we might lose this. Can I tell you guys to abandon? No. Okay, all my troops are here. Go ahead and merge. Go ahead and attack. And that's going to stop these guys from advancing, I would wager. Yeah, they're going to give up on that. You've done admirably in holding that ground. I didn't think the fight would last nearly that long. Although it probably would have been better if they routed instantly, because I lost a lot more men than I probably needed to. We'll see. We should have let their morale recover. We're going to lose more men than we needed to there. Okay, we slew a mayor. Good riddance to you. I also should have been a little bit pickier about who I put in command, because I probably could have done better than a 12 and a 9. But okay. Yeah, I should have waited longer. I should have let the Legion build up their morale a little bit. I think we will win this, but it's going to take a lot longer than it should have, and we are going to take more losses than we should have. Their left flank is caving. I don't know how we haven't routed them yet. Your experience in matters of war has increased, and there are many things you will do differently in future battles. What will you focus on? I think heavy infantry is a good idea, because if we're going to be deploying that Legion, that's going to be the majority of our troops. So heavy infantry. We are Roman after all. You guys can hop in on this. And that should be a victory fairly soon. Their morale is broken. Then it's just a matter of running them down. Let's speed things up. This is painful. Victory, finally. Okay. So they are running in that direction. I need you going in that direction also. We'll try to cut them off. And I just realized I've been recording for damn near an hour, so I'm going to end the episode here, and we will finish this little war in the next episode. Not the ideal situation. Obviously, we could have probably benefited from... Who the hell are you? Whatever. I mean, you're a general now. Congratulations. And Justin, you should be on the other flank. Yeah, we did way better than 12 and 9. Anyways, they declared war on us. We'll beat them, and we will gain some prestige for it. Not going to be enough, and then we do have to wait for the peace treaty before we can declare war again. So this doesn't really get us anywhere other than just a little bit of prestige, and I guess we do weaken them significantly, because I'm going to literally slaughter all their troops and make sure that they have nothing to send at us. But yeah, so anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Crusader Kings 2 with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.